Alright, the other thing I'm working on here is I'm turning the brake rotor down, which I hate doing brake rotors, but anyway, this is kind of a, I had to cut a 1/2 inch off this thing, so it's got a lot of chips. So I just got done doing a rough cut. So this I'm cutting upside down, which means we're cutting the cutting edges here instead of on the top. And the reason I'm doing that is because I have the wrong holder to be way out here, because to cut a 12-inch diameter I got to reverse all this stuff and work backwards. This here compound, normally compound's over here, not going the other direction. I have it turned all the way out past the edge here to get the travel here I needed. So I have the wrong tool holder. So left hand, I need a right hand for doing this kind of junk. So to keep the chatter down, I'm doing light cut with heavy feed. So I just put on light feed, and I have not changed the cutter, so it's the same thing I just cut with. And you run this in reverse, not forward, so you go backwards. And it's going this direction. See, it's rotating clockwise right now. Normally it goes counterclockwise. From that angle anyway. Blue is hard on cutters. Get pretty smoky in here. The air is kind of cleared out. Yeah, it is moving, so it's very slowly. This is going to be a good finish here. There it goes. See how the chips go everywhere? That's what I had this for. Of course, it was catching the cardboard on fire from the heat. Shot these right through that hole it made. Okay. So you get a pretty good finish there. It's really sharp, so you gotta be careful. How you cut yourself. Okay, so we're on 11. Back this out. Feed it back over. Put it back on 11. That's where I started. Okay. Cardboard's in the way. This thing out of the way so I can put the calipers on here. Where's my tripod at? Alright, it's over here. So, I had to go hunt down my big calipers. So they're over here now. So these are my 12-inch calipers. That means they're really long. Really expensive too. So now we can measure 12 inches before I use the tape measure. Like this and get your dimension. So 11.5175. So we're 17.5 thousandths too big. So we need to make another cut. So now we're going to go over here and make another cut. So there's 10 thou. This one reads 2 to 1, so it shows 5. That's actually 10. I don't want to cut more than that because this thing's going to chatter probably already like it is. Reverse. Gauge it. Put a little cutting oil on here, which is honing oil. Ah, that's sharp. No chatter. Good. It's a stainless steel disc, so getting a good finish without chatter is hard to do. I didn't change my cutter that time. So that's how you cut yourself, by doing that. You gotta be careful. Okay, now I'm gonna measure this again. We should have another 7.5 thou to go, but who knows. Actually, it was 8, but it's 11.509. That's 9 thou, but it was actually 8. When you pull it off, it moves a thou on you. Okay, so I got another 8 thou to go, so it's cutting pretty consistent. That's good. So now we come over here and do the same thing again. Instead of cutting 10, we're going to cut 8. So that's 4 of these lines right there. That might be 9 because I'm just a tick over, which I am all right with. Right there. On she goes. And leave again. Chasing me. Off that time. Okay, we're 11.8 out. Let me measure it again. Uh-oh. Cut too much. It did a nice clean cut that time, so it had too much of a cut. 1.4965. So I cut 3.5 thousandths too much. That is outside of my tolerance range of plus or minus 1 is what I like, but 3 is kind of stupid. You can't hold 3. So I can't hold 3. I can hold 3.5. All right, but I got a better finish. What happened is it had the chip load. Chip load is the cutter getting a good chip going. You get a consistent chip pulling off all the way. It tends to cut more than when it's skipping back and forth, been cutting and not cutting. So the first pass it didn't leave a real good finish. This time it left a better finish, so it cut more. So it kind of screwed it up. Oh well, that's the way it goes. Okay, now this is a very sharp edge here. So I don't have a good way of making this consistent. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just use the cutter. It's going to go in like this a little bit because the rotor's got a little in and out on it. If I put my indicator on there, I can probably knock it around and get a little straighter. So put my dial indicator on it. Right there. Rotor. About 3 thou out. So right there it goes up, which is low spot. So the rotor needs to go this direction over there. So I need something to tap with. That's too big. I use my plastic hammer over here. Try the lighter one here. If that don't work, we'll go to a bigger one. Looks like the concussion wave is going more than the other way. About the same. Okay, so I'll put that over here so I can hit it here. Okay, that was on number 3. So the low spot is there. Now these rotors are worn so real heavily, so I think a lot of that's in the rotor. So let's turn this back on. See what we get. Doesn't look as bad as it was. I cut off the bad part on the outside edge, I think, because it was wobbling back and forth like that quite a bit. Doesn't appear to be doing that anymore. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cut the chamfer for the edge here, which is going to be really difficult to do because I can't really see the cutter. So we're just kind of go in here and pretend we know what we're doing. Alright, radius in it. I think I'll leave it relatively sharp like that. So this is the radius edge here, not sharp no more. This is razor sharp on this side. I'm not going to put a big chamfer on there because I don't think I need to. Now if I wanted to take a skim cut across here, I could probably do that and clean this up a little bit, but I don't really want to do that. I'm not sure how far those pads are going to go down. Yeah, they might hit in this area down here, so I'll go in there and cheat a little bit and try to clean it. It's going to be a lot of chatter. Let's see what happens here. Deep as I thought it was, or something. Fit into the holes there a little bit. I think that'll work a little bit better than it was. Surface is not very flat, I bet. Let's see if we can do something about this. Not very flat. What a shocker. Hard to believe. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's right here. It's where it's cutting. Not cutting at all there, and it's not cutting over here at all either. Thing's gonna chatter like crazy though, so I'm not sure how I'm gonna turn this without making it super bad. So I'm not supposed to be turning to face it down, but that is really deep right there. On both sides. Alright, let's see if we can do the feed to work correctly. Next week. Actually cutting pretty good, I'm surprised. See where it's cutting. Now it's not happy. Oh. Speed stop. Yeah, that's my machine doing that. That's what discs normally do, make a lot of noise. Part on the gutter too. So if we increase the speed rate, do a little more. Cut a little deeper. There you go. Now you cut a little deeper. Gauge it. You gotta wait. You're going so slow, it takes a while to gauge. Where I'm in a dead spot. The lathe has an issue, it's missing a tooth someplace, so sometimes you gotta help it out a little bit. There we go. Gauge. There we go. Not cutting enough. This helps I know where I'm at. Give it about 5 thou there. See what happens. heavy cut. It's smoky in here. Chatter City. Go way over here to the inside. This again. Another 5. You got chip load on it, quit chattering. Chip load goes away, so it starts chattering. Yeah, it doesn't help you any, does it? It's flatter, but it's full of chatter, so it looks like crap.